You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions. They blocking your vision, but no, you can't listen.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tap In. We are OneOOne. I'm your host, Andy Danchek, and I'm here with my co-host, the Golden Boy, Sean Fry, and Jack Blames, James Black. What's going on, my brothers? How you feeling today?
Yo, I'm feeling good. I'm excited to get right into this. This topic is pretty exciting.
Oh, yeah, we're feeling real good about today.
All right, baby. It is your responsibility to tap into information that is going to benefit you in your life. This podcast will hopefully expand your thinking so you can finally take control. All right, guys. Well, it's the new year, 2021. It's the first podcast, and we're excited. We were going to do something a little bit more structured, but then I was walking around the other day, and I saw something that really stood out to me, and it's something I'm excited to talk about, and kind of something that I really want people to realize what's going on, and I don't even know, dude. I was with Sean the other day, and when this jumped out at me, it kind of like,
Let's just get right into it and just tell them what happened that day.
Yeah, it blew my mind. Yeah, we could do that, but
I don't even know what happened.
But before we get into it, the topic of the day is going to be, this is what it's all based around, and this is kind of what jumped out at me. Did you carry the momentum from 2020 into 2021?
Ooh.
So let's just, I don't know. Sean, you want it? Yeah.
I need to know what this means. Like,
Well, James wasn't with us the other day. Me and Sean walked into the gym. What day was it? It was Friday.
It was Thursday, so New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was
New Year's
Thursday.
Eve. We both just got out of, we both work jobs, and we get out late. What time do we even get to the gym?
Dude, we got to the gym late on Thursday.
But we both got out early because we banged out our jobs that day.
I had off because I was in the hospital.
That's right. Okay. So this,
Andy called out?
Yeah, Andy called out. Okay. So this guy.
I didn't fucking call. Dude, my neck was fucked, but.
So this guy didn't work that day because he had something going on with his neck and stuff and had to rest up, so he ended up not having to work. And I got out of work early because we didn't have much to do and just got stuff done right. As soon as I got to work, we just banged out what we had to bang out, and then I was able to head over. I think I got over there around 2. Banged in some meals real quick, so we were able to relax a little bit, and then
I think we got to the gym about 4.
Yeah, we got to the gym like 4. Yeah, and just from the beginning of that day, like,
this is a Thursday during the week, a normal fucking work day during the week. Realize that, yes, it's fucking New Year's Eve, but fuck you and thinking it's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
First of all,
so literally right off the bat, our mindset. So me and Andy have been training together for like literally 3 weeks now.
Training together.
Together,
yeah.
So we used to train together fucking a year ago probably, but we knew that coming together, training together again would really just get us uncomfortable in the gym, which would lead to us pushing ourselves outside of the gym and getting uncomfortable. I knew for me that's what I really needed because the gym determines everything. So that day we were already like, yo, this is the last lift. I think Andy texted me like, yo, this is the last leg day of 2020, and I was like, holy shit,
and
yeah,
bro,
it is. Let's fucking go. I was gonna
be able to go. My neck was fucked.
Yo,
I was
this
on
guy,
muscle relaxers, bro. Like,
this dude couldn't even turn his neck, and I was like,
couldn't.
he's gonna train legs, and like this was our heavy compound day. So luckily we weren't we don't have squats in our rotations yet, but we have hack squats. We have like a lot of big movements.
It fucking hurt.
So like it's definitely, if you guys lift and you've ever lifted those more compound movements, you know it's kind of full body. Like if you have something that's tweaked, you feel it no matter what. So this guy couldn't even turn his fucking head, and he's texting me like 7 a.m. in the morning when he didn't have to be up that early, saying like, yo, dude, this is the last lift of 2020, and it's fucking leg day. I was like, it better be the best fucking lift of the year. So our mentality right off the bat was, we need to kill this. And then he kept reminding me, because I guess he was just getting fired up at home. Like as I'm working, I just kept getting those texts like, bro, we're going to fucking kill today. And every single time I was just like, yeah, we are. Like,
I had to do it, bro.
I was getting more and more fired up. So when we walked in there, I was like, yo, fucking remember what we're here to do. And then as we're training, we just kind of...
Dude, it's Thursday. Usually the gym's packed.
It was dead empty. So
there was 5 people in the fucking gym.
And just going through the motions too. They look like they just want to get their lift in so they can go home,
why are you even there?
Get ready to go party or whatever they're doing, go out to go drink, you know. And I understand it's New Year's Eve and that's kind of what society wants you to do, but like, think about it.
That's the norm. It's not what society wants you. That's just normal. It's fucking New Year's Eve. You think you're going to go out and party and have a fucking blast that night.
Yeah.
But
so when we walked in there, and we had like 3 people come up to us and be like, "Yo, you're motivating me right now. Like I'm trying to get back to that." During our lift, like
our lift,
guys are like, "Yo, you're killing yourself right now." And we're like, "Fuck yeah, we are." Like that's what we're here to do. We're not here to waste any time. We're in the gym 2 hours. we're using those 2 hours to full potential. That's it. Like, there's no point in coming in there and just wasting time. If you're there, you're there. There's no point in just going through the motions. But back to like what kind of made us start thinking about this question that led into this episode of this podcast is we're sitting there, and the more we're thinking about like, yo, this is the last day of 2020, and kind of hit us because all three of us, including James, this year has been the turning point really of our lives. Like, we went through a lot of shit. So even though we went through a lot, it brought a lot out of us, including this company, including this podcast, including our fucking purpose in life. So as we're sitting there, we just keep talking like, yo, like, how many people right now are starting their weekend right now where it's Thursday, you still have Friday, it's still your work week, but you're already checking out for the whole rest of the weekend. These next 4 days, I guarantee for 90% of the people, was wasted. They went out and drank New Year's Eve, so Thursday night
you got fucked up, you did drugs, you had fucking fun, you got your fucking dick sucked, and you started the new year off like absolute fucking shit. You're a loser. You do what everybody else does, and you don't get your fucking shit done no matter what time of year it is, no matter what has to be done, and you carried absolutely no momentum into the new year, and you're expecting to kill it this year? I think not.
Well, if that didn't just get you fired up, I don't know what will. So what was the factor that led you to believe that? Or, wow, can't even talk. What was the factor that led you to think that?
Think what?
That everyone is wasting the rest of their week. I didn't catch that part.
Oh, you can almost.
Oh yeah, we didn't get to that yet,
Yeah,
though. But like,
this
just
is
by
kinda
how
what
empty the gym
topic's
was.
about.
Like, think about it. Normally when you're in a gym, and this gym's been killing it lately. Normally when you're in the gym,
Thursdays is always popping, bro.
Yeah,
Every
so-
Thursday we're in there. Fuck, man.
And that was
Fridays
the
die off, but Thursdays, it's like everybody's got to get that last lift in before the weekend, and they count Friday as the weekend, so it's always popping.
and that was the thing. We walked in there dead. Like nobody. And that's what kind of get the gears going, because we were already fired up, and then we're like, yo, this, like, our mentality was, this is our last day of this year to fucking make a difference in our life right now. So like, it was so bittersweet. When I was getting to it, was so bittersweet because, and that's like a word that he said to me. I'm like, bro, that's really, it really like, it encapsulates what I'm feeling right now, because I went through so much. I know he went through so much. I know James went through so much, and it was not good shit we went through in the beginning of the year, but it led us to where we are now, and it led us to this new way of thinking and the new things we're trying to do with our lives. So we're sitting there talking about how bittersweet it is, and the fact that everybody right now is already like, we're looking at it such a different way than other people. We're looking at it from such of like, we need to carry this momentum that happened this year. We need to carry this into the new year right away. Like, the next day, Friday, is
the new year.
Is 2021. It is the first day. And I literally said that night, I was like, yo, dude, I'm winning tomorrow. We're going to bang this shit out. Tonight, literally my plan that night was, this is something that Andy put me onto, was a critical task list. And you write down critical tasks, and you have to get them done by the end of the day. And
it holds you accountable for things you want to get done during the day. You write them down first thing in the morning, hold you accountable for the rest of the day. You have to get this shit done,
and if you miss one,
you're a loser.
If you miss one, you lose that day. If you get them all done, you win. And it doesn't matter. Like, you can make all the excuses you want, but the point is like, no matter what, if you didn't do one of those tasks, you lose. And I was like, I'm not fucking losing New Year's Eve, the last day of 2020. I'm not fucking losing it, and I'm not losing the first day of 2021. I need to carry this momentum into it. So I literally finished. Me and Andy killed our lift. I wanted to get home early, but me and Andy kind of went off on a whole nother tantrum, like, once we got in the car and we started talking more deeply about things. And that's kind of where we're like, yo, this next podcast has kind of got to be what hit us today. And then the next day, I carry that momentum into the next day, and I'll get a little bit more into what I
killed it, bro.
Yeah, Friday.
I literally stayed inside my house all day Friday. I was up at 6 a.m. I didn't have to be. I was up at 6 a.m. and I went right to work. I woke up. I didn't touch my phone. I went to the bathroom. I prayed. I told God what I was grateful for, so it got me in a good state of mind. I banged out like 30 pages in my book. I made breakfast. I started stretching. Then I checked my phone a little bit here and there. That was probably like two and a half hours later. And then I got right into my work. I got right into my critical task list. I had a lot of shit to get done for the business. I had a lot of shit to get done for shit that was coming up today that we did this morning. Great fucking day, by the way. And
yes, sir.
I don't know. How can you not start the new year with a fucking fresh fuel and fire under your ass? Like, I don't get it, man. Like, it's day 3 in this new year, and I am hungrier than ever because I started this year off with all that shit fucking piss poor bad momentum that was fueling me from 2020. I put it in the trash. I said it's fucking lit my fire, and now I need to run, baby. Facts. And it's on. Like this is this. Yo, let's go.
If you can't tell,
I'm hyped.
Andy's he's fired up today. He's probably blowing the levels right out here. We're hitting the red, but it's okay. It's
Whatever,
right.
guys.
But
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I agree. You know, it's funny you bring up the critical task list because ever since I started that, like, I can't help but want to work. Like, I look at my list, I'm like, I got shit to get done. I got other shit to get done. And then I finish my list. I'm like, I got more shit I could do. I'm able to do more. And I don't know, like on New Year's Eve, the last thing I was thinking about was fucking going out and partying. Like, I didn't call anyone. Yeah, New Year's Eve, I was working. I was going over my fucking definitions. I was fucking getting shit done for the business. I fucking made an edit and fucking posted it.
Yeah,
and
bro.
fucking... I mean, I think it took about an hour and a half, like, of all the fucking, you know, the shit I shot this year. And I keep telling myself last year and the year before that, you're going to make a recap, and never did it. And I was just sitting there thinking to myself, like, if you don't take action now, you'll never take action. And I was like, that's it. You better put some fucking clips on that motherfucking timeline, get some, you know, sexy music together, and make something beautiful. And I actually got really good feedback from it. So
dude, that shit came out fucking fire. Dude, I was hyped when you dropped that.
I really appreciate that. I'm hyped because taking into the new year, like you said, like, what are you bringing? Like, what's the momentum? The last 2 months of momentum have been nothing but 100 plus miles an hour, nothing but flying down the road, falling down, getting back up, hitting that fucking 100 miles an hour again, and trying to keep it there consistently, just moving all the time and doing things that I never thought I would do. So I think that I brought the right momentum into 2021.
Dude, you're on the right fucking team, baby.
Guys.
That's what it is.
And now, like, that's what we're getting to. Now, think about this. Like, it could have been so easy for us to just say, "Yo, it's New Year's. Like, let's go hang out with some people we haven't seen."
People hit me up to go to parties.
Yeah. And right now,
and I was like, "Look, like I did. I stopped by one party, but as 11:30, I left, and I had some shit I had to do."
That was your
and
plan.
Then,
you told me that at
part of
fucking
my
9 o'clock. Like,
yeah.
yo, I want to go say hi to these dudes, and that's it. I something
said
else.
Hi, showed face, felt good about it, went out, didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do nothing. Did what I had to do before midnight. I had something I really wanted to do. I'll explain to you another day, and then. Came home, went to sleep. I was up at 6 a.m. the next day.
Exactly. Now think about that
Literally.
Think about that next day. It was very productive for all three of us, and we were productive the day before. We knew we wanted to carry that into the new year. Now think if we went out and partied, the next day we would have woke up late as fuck,
hungover, hurting, like
hungover, like. Taking our sweet ass time getting ready. Next thing you know, it's winter. Like where we are in Jersey, like it gets dark right now at fucking 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So if you got to do shit outside, like I had to get my car put back together so it was running and stuff, and I filmed that day and stuff like that. I really can't do that in the dark because I can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to film one-handed with a camera while I'm trying to work on my car. It's outside right now because it didn't have injectors in it, so like I couldn't even pull it into the shop to work under lights and work under heat. So like I had to get up early and beat the nighttime. Now if we all went out and partied and we fucking were lazy day one, we're a day behind. And then it's that much harder to start getting your momentum going back again. Once you have that momentum, it is easy to keep it going. But it's also very easy to slide right off and say, I did enough today, even though you didn't finish all your critical tasks. Like, no, you didn't fucking do enough.
That's what holds you accountable. That's what's good about the critical task list.
Well, yeah, the critical task list is good because, like you say, like I've literally failed my day. I've lost days and days and days in a row. Not that I try to lose, just because I didn't do one simple thing. I probably, I don't know, wrote a book that day, but I didn't finish my task list.
It happens.
So technically, I lose. But then it keeps me accountable. So the next day, you know, I put I make sure I do that thing. I make sure that I win my list, you know, and do I want to lose? No, but that's what helps me stay accountable. That's what helps me.
You have a fucking winner's mentality, bro. You hate losing, and when you
keep
see
on
it
the
on
track.
paper, that shit hurts you, right?
Right, exactly.
How bad does that hurt you to write an L at the end of the night because you wrote down 5 things and you couldn't even get
Couldn't
five
finish 5
things
of them.
done?
How hard is that?
In a full course of a day.
24 hours
That,
in a day.
it doesn't
Couldn't
sound
finish
hard,
them.
but go ahead and fucking try it.
Right.
And put 5 things that are actually productive. Don't put no fucking bullshit. Brush your teeth.
Right, yeah.
Don't put no
you brush
bullshit.
your teeth every day.
Fucking
Don't put something you do every day.
yeah,
like something
like
that's
shit
hard for you
that's
to do.
already a
Challenge
habit
yourself.
and normal.
Like,
Don't
that's
put
the
that
point.
shit. Put some shit that's gonna make you better, make you productive, and go out there and do it.
And be intent with it. That's huge. Like, if you're going to do it, fucking do it all the way. Like, that's the way to do everything. That's what I was getting to at the gym part. Like, do it all the fucking way. But that was a huge thing, is like, with the critical task thing, I knew it was something I really needed to do, but I haven't gotten to that point until the new year that I was really, like, I was writing them down every day, but I wasn't tracking my wins and losses. And honestly, I was losing way more than I was winning. And at that point, I wasn't taking it seriously, and I knew I needed to get there. So that New Year's night, like, after, like, we really started thinking about it, and we started having these conversations, like, I am not fucking losing. And I was like, I want to win day one. And when I put that W, so I ordered some parts for my bike, and it actually came with a 2021 calendar. I was pumped as fuck. I sent it in our group chat. I was like, yo, I'm going to have W's across this whole motherfucker all year long. So, like, when I hung it up that night on New Year's Eve, and the next day when I was able to put that fucking W, that shit felt good. I was like, that's how we're starting this year off. Like, we are winning 2021. And then last night, I fucking lost, and honestly, having to put that L right next to my W on fucking day two,
like,
I only lost because I didn't read a chapter in the book, but still, like, I said I was going to read that chapter. That's important to me. That's what I wrote down, so I need to hold myself accountable and get it done. I mean, the chain of events that happened yesterday wasn't on the planned list, and really that's not an excuse, but we had fucking amazing conversations.
I can tell you, this motherfucker sat on my couch and watched some YouTube videos for an hour. He could have definitely got definitely got that fucking chapter done.
Listen, I could have read when I was watching Andy change the brakes on his dad's truck, but, you know, I thought I could help him or something. But yeah, no, I had no excuse.
Now Sean knows.
I could have either woke up earlier, like, it could have been done, and I could have put another W. So, like, now that fuels me for fucking today. That fuels me for next day, and that's it. Like, I'm killing my list today because I'm not gonna fucking put another L. I'm not putting 2 L's in the first few days of goddamn 2021. It's not happening.
And even if you do, don't stress it, guys. Like, it's a progress. You're working to better yourself. So look, losses teach you the biggest lessons in life. They teach you how to win. Without losing, you don't develop the hunger, the drive within you to go out there and, under all costs, that zero options mentality, do what you need to do to get that win.
Right. I agree. I mean, it's, you know, things happen. Like, shit happens during the day.
All day.
And you can't control it. Like, what are you supposed... I mean, but you control the things you can. You get the things that you can done. You concentrate on the things on your list. You get them done the first half of the day so you can go do whatever you need to do the second half of the day. And the stuff the second half of the day might be, if important, if not more important than the things on your list, but, you know, it's like it's what challenges you. It's what holds you accountable. You do it with intent. You do it with a purpose. Like, one of my things right now on my list is go to the fucking gym and 15 minutes of cardio every day. I haven't done cardio in fucking, I don't know, over a year at least, but I've been winning that every day.
Yeah.
Been winning all my shit every day.
Because you gotta do it.
Because you gotta do it.
You look at it and it eats you alive, right?
It's like I didn't walk for 15 minutes.
Like, what the fuck?
Come on.
What the fuck?
Or I didn't call my mom. Or it's like, it could be something small, but something that betters you, and you just have to do it. Like, something you say you're gonna do and you're gonna actually do. And if you don't do it, you fail. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point.
And, like, what you just said, like, those little things right now, it seems so little in, like, the grand scheme of things, but all those little wins add up. So, like, you calling your mom to try and better yourself, that relationship down the road, if you keep making those, like, taking those strides,
consistent efforts,
making the effort to call your mom more, that's going to lead into a far better relationship down the road. So you can't just look at it like, that's the point of this critical task list. Like, it might be little things that are stupid,
but they mean something to you.
They mean something to you, and it's so little at the time, but when you keep doing it and doing it and doing it over and over, it changes things. Like, in a year from now, if this man at least calls his mom once a week, if that's something he wants to do, and usually he hasn't talked to his mom. He talks to his mom, like, say, every 3 months or something like that. That's the usual. But now he makes an effort once a week. I want to call my mom, and he goes through on that and makes sure it happens. I guarantee the end of 2021, the relationship's completely different.
And that was his big end goal, to better his relationship with him and his mother.
Yeah.
So through one small task a week, holding himself accountable to doing it, he just knocked a massive goal. That's what you don't get about these small... I'm not saying you. I'm just speaking. That's what a lot of people don't understand about the small little tasks. Like, look at compound interest. how easily compound interest can multiply over the course of 30 days. What was that question we saw a while ago that I showed you? Like, this is going way back. It was like, would you rather accept $10 million cash or a penny compounded over 30 days? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
And a penny compounded over the course of 30, I'd have to look this up. Dude, it's like, it's fucking
Something crazy,
it's
right?
like
Yeah.
16 million something. Dude, it's crazy.
It kind of goes into the whole realm of like what we talked about the one day when I made that post about like, are you willing to give up $100,000 job right now? Where a lot of people think $100,000 job that they're making it. In the grand scheme of things, really, what kind of life can you live with $100,000? Especially if you have a
Would
family.
you give $100,000 a year job up for 5 years to make $1 million?
Yeah. So
a month?
if you had to give up $100,000, and let's say that's good pay, obviously that's
That's
pretty,
great. Dude,
that's
some
great pay.
people-
A lot of
I
people.
know so many people don't even make anywhere near that.
Their
Like,
life is about getting to that 100,000. That's great. Like, I'm not dissing that at all. But my point is, if you're in that where you already make 100,000 a year, you're set, your bills are getting paid for, you're comfortable. Are you willing to get uncomfortable for 5 years and go make less money than you are?
because you know you're worth more.
Because in 5 years of you putting the work in to your passion, you can make millions in 5 years. Are you willing to give up that comfortability that
It
you have in that
sounds
100,000?
fucking
Are you
scary.
willing
It
to
is scary.
sacrifice the things that you enjoy right now that aren't necessary? Are you willing to sacrifice that new car that you're able to
That's
just
like
buy?
taking the hard look at yourself and say, like, dude, like, you're the only one that can.
But think
I don't
about
know,
this.
Like, can tell yourself the hard truths about life. You're the only one that can give answers to yourself. Like, I have people speak to me all the time and ask me questions for advice to try to help them better their life because they see the things I'm doing, they see the work I'm putting in, they want to know how, and then I give them the answers that they need to hear,
not
but
what
they
they want.
don't want
It's
to
not what they
hear,
want.
and
They want the secret.
all they do is beat around the bush and try to ask me things that don't matter.
Make
and
excuses.
And what do I do? Dude, I tell them, look, you'll accept my help when you're ready for it.
Yeah.
I'm giving you advice that you need to do now that I know is going to help you because I've been through what you've been through already, and you're telling me no. But you want to be where I am. So why?
But real quick-
why is it that hard to fucking tell yourself the truth?
Because you that's uncomfortable.
Why? But that's
Yeah,
a good
it's-
thing,
but
bro. Like,
that's
it sucks,
everything
but
in
it's
life.
so much better in the end. Like, right?
But
How
really, that's what I wanna get
How
to.
uncomfortable have we been for the last 6 months that we've been pushing ourselves to do this? It sucks.
Yeah.
I don't see people I want to see. I don't fucking get laid. I don't like, dude, I want to go out and fuck bitches every night. I could. I'm a good looking dude, not to fucking toot my own horn. But I'm not doing it. Why? Because I don't give a fuck about anybody but myself, and I cannot help anyone until I am where I need to be and where I know I will be. It's that fucking simple. So I tell myself the hard truths every single waking moment of the day, and I hate myself. I hate that piece of shit in the mirror that tells me the shit I don't want to hear. But what do? What happens when I listen to him? I win. I get shit done, and I have days like today where I feel fucking
Dude.
amazing.
Like 2021 right
Amazing.
now, like when we say we're carrying the momentum, we really
Fuck.
are. Like, we are doing things right now that we've wanted to do our whole lives, and we're just watching it come together, and we're working towards it. It's awesome. But what I wanted to make a point on with the $100,000 job a year to possibly making millions and sacrificing 5 years of your life, sacrificing those cars, sacrificing the things that aren't a necessity to you. So many people are scared to do it because they have to get uncomfortable for those 5 years. But the amount you could do, you can be abundant in life. You can be financially free in 5 years. But people don't look at it. They look at it as like, fuck, I can't have a
5 years
Mercedes.
of my life.
I can't have a
wasting
Mercedes.
my youth. I'm wasting my...
Right now, I make $100,000. Let me go buy a Mercedes, and I could pay it off in 5 years. Why don't you fucking put in work for 5 more years
And pay
you could
cash.
pay cash, dude?
It's
never
done in
have a
5
payment.
years, and instead of stressing for 5 years, and I guarantee you're in more debt because you overspent on a Mercedes that you shouldn't have bought 5 years ago. You struggled to pay it off for 5 years, and I guarantee you it put you in more debt in every other realm of your life because of one fucking thing.
I was look at this. So I was looking. I saw like obviously I want that. I've said it before. I want to buy the Nissan Proto Z when it comes out.
Of course,
And
yeah.
I saw that Supra I sent you the
gorgeous.
picture of.
Yeah.
Beautiful Supra. I'm not a huge fan of these Supras either, just because they're paddle shifters and shit. Like, I want a true manual. But, like, this one...
Sean likes to tug on that stick.
Yeah. But I like, there's this one that's at a dealership, and, like, just the color of it and the curves, and, like, I'm just like, yo, this car is beautiful. I'm like, I could buy this right now. Like, I have the money. So I just wanted to price out to see, like, what it would actually cost me to have. I think it was a 6-year loan on it, $800 a month.
Yeah, bro.
But the car is only a $50,000 car.
Of course,
I'm
you
like,
can
how
afford
the
that.
fuck am I?
Of course, you can afford that.
Yeah.
It's feasible.
But, dude,
they
at
make
50
it seem like it's so easy.
A $50,000 car is going to end up costing me $75,000 in 6 years.
Well,
of
not
paying-
only that, dude, you're locked in for 6 years
Yeah.
of your life, and you're giving away $800. Do you understand how much $800 is invested into something that you're truly passionate about?
Yo.
Do you know how much more money $800 can make you if you? I don't know. I'm not even gonna get into that. But fuck, dude, that's just it's sick. It's sick. It scares me.
I mean, of course you could pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is gonna sound really fucked up, but anyone could pay for it. I mean, let's be real.
You can find a way.
There's fucking.
But is it worth it?
The point is that instead of taking your 10 grand right now and putting fucking 5 of it down and paying $800 a month or whatever you have saved for it and paying your loans and paying your interest and all that shit, you're gonna spend more than fucking $50K.
Well, that's what. Yo, hold on,
You're
real
gonna spend
quick.
a lot fucking more.
That was 800. I think it was 850 a month with my credit score, which is like 7 something. So, and that's, I think I want to say $8,000 down payment. So that's not like, I'm already knocking almost 10 G's off that 50,000, and it's still 8 something a month for
And-
6 years.
And you're still gonna be paying over $50K
so
when it
You're
comes down to it
making
at the
other
end.
people
and
money.
the point is, like, why not get fucking uncomfortable? Don't buy these things that you don't need right now. Get uncomfortable, and fucking in 5 years, it's possible you can own whatever you want. Cash out.
Could have bought a Toyota Corolla for $600.
Yeah.
Drove that bitch into the ground. Who gives a fuck who anyone thinks about what you drive? You're going from point A to point B. Yes, there's hobbies, there's projects. People spend the money on whatever they feels necessary.
It takes
some people
sacrifice. It does.
spend more money on other things than other people do because that's their hobby or that's their interest. But at the end of the day, to get to that point, it takes the sacrifice. It takes the discipline. It takes the hard work. It takes getting uncomfortable. It takes carrying that momentum. Like, once the snowball starts rolling, if it stops fucking snowing, the snowball's not going to keep fucking rolling anymore. It's gotta keep rolling. It's gotta keep
Gotta
snowing.
keep the
You
momentum.
gotta make it
Momentum.
snow, and you gotta keep the snowball rolling. That's it.
I don't know, man.
You gotta believe. You gotta work hard, and you can't let holidays like the New Year, even though it's important for us because we came into this motherfucker blazing.
And
But
I don't.
you.
But look at, like, that's like, we're getting back to, like, look at what the new year, like, we celebrate the new year, like, it's some crazy, like, I literally asked my boss, I'm like, why aren't we working the new year? And for me, I work in telecom, so it makes sense because obviously people are traveling all over, so we can't shut down sites and stuff during the new year because there's so many people on the road and stuff. But I was just like, I didn't look at it as a holiday because it's a fucking new year. How is this even a holiday where we're taking
dude,
off?
it fell
And so
on
many
a
people.
Friday. It fell. Like,
and
New Year's Eve was Thursday. Like,
And that's what, like, we keep kind of striving away from a little bit is that the point of, like, why we're asking this question is, like, why do we drop everything that, like, why are we being unproductive because it's a new year? Why
like,
waste these
look
next
at-
4 days?
Look at the way you are being set up by the norm to enter the new year. Like, is that just like, am I wrong for thinking that? Like, why do I feel like, I've always, like, I've heard people say, like, the new year makes them anxious. And I think it's because they enter the new year fucked up, and it's hard to do the shit that they want to do, and then they're anxious because they know they're not carrying the momentum into the new year, and they're starting off like shit, and then it just makes you feel like shit. So there comes the anxiety. There comes, like, am I fucked up in the head?
I mean,
or am
no. I mean, what it comes down to is change in action. People want change, and they don't get change without action, and they have to take action. So it all comes down to them taking the fucking action to
changing
think-
the bad habit.
right? To change the bad habit. Now
Of
we're not
following
saying,
the norm.
I mean, I can't say we're not saying because I don't speak for everyone, but I'm not saying that going out and drinking and having a good time with your friends is a bad thing. I'm not gonna fucking knock you down for that. Do your thing, but
Dude, we do it from time to time.
Yeah, right.
We still gotta enjoy
used
life
to
here and
You have
there.
to, right? You have to enjoy life. But what we're saying and what the question is, why do people stop their successful progression for holidays? Right now, 2020. Right, wow. The New Year's for 2021 should be like more important than the rest, because like the whole thing is like New Year's resolution. I'm leaving everything behind. I'm gonna change for the better. This is gonna be my year. You hear someone say everywhere, this is gonna be my year. This is gonna be my year.
4th.
But yeah,
Because
you're gonna start
that's Monday.
4 days later.
That's what we're getting.
4 days later,
Dude, you're not
It's
going to
like-
start till the
it's-
4th because that's Monday, and Monday, it's the right time for you to start.
Everybody has the same
Fuck you.
minutes, the
Fuck
same
you.
hours,
Dude,
the same days in a week, the same weeks in a month, the same.
you already wasted
Right,
4
but
days
exactly.
of the new
what
year,
I'm saying
bro.
is, when you look at me, right? When you look at me, and I'm successful, or we're all successful. I hate saying me, but it's just because I've been by myself for so long. But when you look at us and we're successful, like we see ourselves in our own way, because guess what? We saw it before everyone else. But when you see that and you come to me and say, you'll say, oh, like what did you do? Like what did you do? It's like, I didn't do anything that hard. You know what I did? Instead of going out and drinking on New Year's, I was just working on the successful stuff
But,
I was doing.
that's hard for people.
Instead
Like,
of being like, oh, I have to go because my friends are going, I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay home and take care of what I gotta take care of. Like that's what I did. I didn't do anything that was like I don't have any information that you guys don't already have or can't get yourselves.
Dude,
to do
literally
this. All I
every
did was
bit
just
of
make
information.
a better decision and use of my time, and that's what it comes down to. Stop worrying about the time you have and start using it.
You literally
That's it,
went out
period.
and got every bit of information,
With that, like,
right?
that,
Did you not?
Yeah.
Did you not? You went to, I literally, James would go to the store, and any store that you have access to, a store, there's this amazing store. Let me tell you about this, dude. This store is amazing. It's
the
called
best.
Barnes & Noble.
Oh shit!
And bro, let me tell you how much information is in that store. And let me tell you, if used properly, it will change your life, will it not?
It will.
Will it
It's
not?
like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Wow.
I'm not like, oh yeah, you got to do this and do this. I'm like, this is
There's no secret.
Because
There's no secret.
This is just stuff because I'm an optimistic.
You're optimistic, sure.
Can't talk person, and I actually can believe, like, hey, guess what? There is another way. There is a possible opportunity. When I look at a restaurant or something for sale, I look at like what it could be, not what it is right now. You know, that's just how I think. So,
And let me ask you one question. You self-evaluated your life, and you said, the things that I know and the things that I'm doing obviously aren't serving me to get me to where I want to be,
Right.
yes or no?
yes or no? Well,
And then
yeah.
what'd you do? You made a change.
I made a change. Well, I said yes, no. But the answer is yes. The answer is yes. I made a change. But the thing was, I had to change small things. Like, I'm already a hard worker. You got to be hard fucking working. You already have to want, have a passion. I have those things. So a lot of things were just like more of a mentality thing. What I'm doing with my time. The things I'm doing with my time, and when I'm doing them, if I'm getting a good amount of sleep, like if I'm instead of reading, was I playing video games? Like fucking, I still play video games, but guess what? I play video games half as much as I read now, and I fucking hate reading. Now I read fucking
Every day.
2-3 times a day.
Every day.
You know, like it's just like that's and that was hard for me.
Dude, I get made-
it took
I
some
get-
time,
I
but
get made
that's the
fun
stuff
of
that I do. Like
at
that's what
work
I did. It's
for
not-
reading.
It wasn't hard.
Right? It's crazy.
I mean, yo, honestly, if you saw me in person, would you ever think I read a fucking book? Like, if you're an average, if you're average dude, average girl,
Dude.
and you look at me, you'd be like, that kid. Like, if you saw me reading a book, you'd be like, what the?
Dude, I get made fun of at work for reading books.
But you know what? Let's be real.
I don't care.
We know, Andy, you don't care. But the thing is that reading
care?
books isn't
What?
the norm anymore.
No, dude,
I
it's
said people
fucking-
don't care.
And what's kind of cool though is there's a few people like even at work. I literally keep my book in my notebook. My what is that called? when you have a thought and you write it down, like that
It's
notebook.
like a active thought, a fucking creative thought.
Yeah, it's like I forget what it was actually
I know
called, but
what
it's like
you're
a
trying to say.
creative thought.
I can't think of it right now.
It's like a notebook that
an
you just
intuitive thought.
Yeah, you just read it.
What's the fucking word, bro?
I don't know. Fuck it. I'm not. It's gonna throw me off point. But the point is, I carry my book and I carry the notebook. So any thoughts I have while I'm reading, I'll write it down so I don't forget, and then I can review it another time. But my point is like, actually, this was on New Year's Eve, and this is when I started saying my critical tasks are getting fucking done. I'm not losing anymore. We had a second at work where we had nothing to do. We were sitting in the van. We had to wait for something. I broke out my book. I keep it right in the top shelf of my lunchbox because I have a 6-pack bag, so it carries all my lunches. Got little shelves and shit.
6-pack bag and 6-pack abs.
My bag literally has abs on it. It's fucking dope. So the top one is where I keep my book and shit. And I literally broke that out. And the kid's like, "Are you really reading right now?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh shit!" Like, and he kind of was taken back.
Dude,
he's like, "This is something you do."
Weird.
Well,
Right? They're like,
kinda,
dude, who is this alien reading
Yo.
on Earth? Somebody has a.
But like, you
Dude,
either
it fucking makes you feel weird. But
you can
fuck,
kind of
like,
see the people that want look at you and kind of like I've definitely been changing a lot day by day, week by week.
and they notice.
And they noticed, so that's why he saw that. He's like, "This is something you really do," because like I'll post about it, and he follows me.
Yeah.
So I'll post like pictures of the book, something I underlined in one of the chapters, whatever it may be. I'll post it, and he's like, "Yo, this is something you really do." I'm like, "Yo, dude, every day, like I gotta be on it. Like this is what makes me grow." I was like, I'm telling you right now, reading books changed my life for the better. I
Yeah.
was like, I brought the right people in my life. They told me to read books, and I fucking believe them. And now every day I have to because it's getting me
Dude.
further and further in life.
I feel like shit when I don't read during the day.
Yo,
Like, dude, in my mind, like I don't know how to explain it, but I've put so many people onto reading books in the past 6 months. Like it's crazy.
Right, if I don't read, I'm like, I feel like, oh, what did I forget to do? It's not even like I forgot to do something.
You just feel like something's wrong.
I feel like something's wrong, and like I've grown to love reading because like there's just so much information out of it.
And not only
like,
that, it's like a form of meditation. You
Right.
get to slow your mind down and focus and get like I don't know how to explain it until you're like an avid reader. You don't understand like the feeling of getting lost in a book.
right, or you don't hear anything else but just your
Bro,
imagination
you
creating
just
what you're
zone
reading.
out. Your brave wavelengths go to this like lower frequency. You're focused. You're calm. Like, dude, just reading 10 pages after like you're able to attack things differently because of like the state of like I believe it's alpha. When you're reading, your
Alpha
braves are in an
state.
alpha
State.
a state like wavelength. So an alpha wavelength, it's like a lower state of mind, and it's like the one state prior to going into like a deeper meditation state where you're not even thinking. So you're basically through reading lowering your you're slowing your mind down, so you can focus. It helps with focus. It helps with
What's
dude, it helps
crazy
so
too is you
much,
say this,
dude.
and I've explained to a few people that like once I started reading is like the only way I can explain it is it's grounding to me.
Yeah.
Where when I read, like my head rushes all day unless I really focus on
Me too.
something. But it's hard to get there, and like it's something I work on every day. But reading is the one thing like
slows you down.
It'll slow me down as long as I can focus long enough on it to get lost in it, and everything like
Yeah.
like.
But it's a practice. and it's making you
when
better.
I say reading, I'm not talking about like, and I'm not saying this is wrong either. Like read books you enjoy, but we're talking about really self-help books, like things that give you techniques or ideas,
not even
whatever.
necessarily self-help books, but informational books.
Yeah, informational. It's not just like story
about some fucking bullshit.
And like I think we'll talk about one day.
But-
I don't want to get into it. There is a benefit from those storybooks because it helps you be creative, helps you dream, helps you
of course,
create
it helps
visions
you
when
see
you
things
read those.
that you haven't
yeah.
seen. But I just
So, like, that's
I
not
can
a bad
I can
thing.
do that on my own. I
Yeah.
don't need to read a book.
Exactly.
To do that
That's
shit.
not a
So-
bad thing. There's definitely a place for
And
it
it's
in my
definitely
mind.
good. Still, even if like you don't want to read informational books, I still think reading is just going to help your mindset in focusing
exactly.
and helping you slow down and get a grasp of things. And it
helps you be able to control your mind more in other situations.
It doesn't matter what you're reading. Just read in the beginning if you don't want to read informational shit.
And for me, reading helped me to think. Like, it's crazy. Like, just, I challenge everyone, go to someone that's close to them, anybody, and just ask them if they think about what they do. And I don't mean like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna go do that, or I'm gonna do this. Like legitimately think about it. Like reading a book helped me, not even just by the information in it, but by slowing me down reading the stories that I'm reading, the situations that I'm coming across, and it helps me think about other situations I'm in, maybe situations in the future, things that I might come across, and how to actually learn and use my brain to think about what the benefits could be, what the negatives could be, how I can prosper here, how I might fail here, whatever the case may be. But now I'm actually using my brain. Like, I'm thinking for myself. Like, I'm not just like oh yeah, I'm gonna do this today, or I'm thinking about this, or I'm thinking about that. Like, I feel like when people say they think, they're not actually using their brain.
I think
they're
that
just
all the
like
time.
they're just like, oh yeah, no, I know that. Like, everyone knows everything too. Like, everyone's an expert. Like, oh yeah, I know that. I know.
What's
do
the
you
best
really
saying?
know that? Because
To know and not
to do. Right.
is
Go
not
ahead.
to know.
Tell them again.
That's
One
it.
more time. Go ahead.
To know and not to know. To know and not to do is not to know. So, all right, actually think about what I just said. It sounds like a bunch of fucking gibberish. But if you tell me you know something and you are not practicing it on a daily basis, you do not know. You don't.
Period.
I don't care. Period. End it there. To know and not to do is not to know.
And you don't know what you don't know.
Yo, you can
Like-
like say you had $1 million idea. You know for a fact it's gonna you're gonna make money from it.
So
can
you
keep-
know you have $1 million idea.
But why the fuck
But
ain't
you
you
don't do
taking
shit
action?
about it.
If
So
you
you
don't
don't know.
take action,
You don't fucking
that's
know.
it.
That's it. And I got one right here. It's like, okay, so everyone knows that you have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
That's
that,
obvious, yeah.
that you're going to have a bad day, right? So why
I don't
does
know. I have
everyone
good days.
know they're not supposed to let something bad ruin their day, but they do it anyway? They had a bad
Bro,
morning. My
that
whole
dude-
day's ruined. They had a
All
bad
for
lunch.
one
My whole
fucking
day's
thing,
ruined.
bro.
But you know you're not supposed to let it ruin your day, but you're not doing it. So you
So
don't
to know and not to do is not to know.
Exactly.
You don't
You know
know,
what I'm saying?
bro.
They don't
you
know.
don't know.
Period.
On that real quick, I saw you post. I've seen it a few times. I want to say you posted right the 10 seconds. If you have
money?
the money thing.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, yo. So go into that right
600.
now because that ties into it perfectly. Go into that right now.
That's why I said that. So it says, wait, let me get my phone and read it so I don't fucking brutally murder
It don't
this
matter.
shit.
Just pick a random number.
Well, no, it's super accurate. Hold on.
It's super accurate. Yo, he's basically watch. He's about to say the same thing I say. You have $30,000 in a bank. Somebody steals $10 from you. You're gonna worry about the $10 that they stole from you, or you're gonna not worry about it, and then you're still gonna realize that you still have $29,990.
Are you gonna give the rest of that $30,000?
Yeah, no. What
Oh,
it says is,
whatever.
if you had $86,400 in your bank account and someone stole $10 from you, would you be upset and throw the remaining amount, $86,390, away? No. See, we have 86,400 seconds each day. Don't let a negative 10 seconds ruin your entire day. You run this shit. Pay attention.
So what I was getting at real quick before I forget it is, I've seen that post so many times,
And it
especially
didn't
this year,
register.
especially this time, and that's what I'm saying is we're learning the shit as we go too. We're not we're getting this knowledge from other people. We're learning things from other people, and we're trying to apply it to our life. So we're at the bottom right now, and we're working our way up. And I've been that victim where I see shit like that. I literally had that conversation with Andy yesterday about quotes and stuff as well. But I've seen that, and until I've opened up my mind to where it is now, I have not really seen that. I did not really think about it in real.
Thought you saw it.
I thought I saw. So yeah, I hear that, and I know a bunch of people heard it. And like, yeah, I know that. And then it's like, so why the fuck you letting your whole day go to waste because of one shitty fucking situation? Why?
So to know and not to do is not to know. You don't fucking know, bro. You don't. Like, it's the basics. Get the fuck back to the basics. Do the simple shit
Get back
before you get into the
to the
complicated
basics.
shit, bro.
And to add to that, it's like I posted that because I associate with that. Like, I
Me too.
understand that
Yeah, I
I'm
love
not gonna
that.
let the morning, the afternoon, or the night, even though the day's already almost ruin my night, or even the next day. Like, I'm not gonna carry that shit into the next day and let it, ruin
Every
the
day
next
is
day.
another fucking opportunity.
But the thing I love most is this kid I've known for a long time. He hearted it and he said, "Wow, this shit hit hard." And that makes me feel good because I was able to tell him, like, bro, you control it all. You do anything you can do anything you want to do. I said, you're in control. Just remember that. And he said, thank you. And like, that's awesome. For
That's-
me,
yo, that's what-
awesome because
That's the
like
point
you
of-
said, how
of
many
this
times do you
podcast.
think he's seen that? I've seen shit like that a bunch
what-
of times, but like you
Dude,
said,
my
it
whole
just
life.
registered the past like
Because
6
you were
months.
able to kind of really hit it. Like he kind of sees the grind you've been on, and you were able to explain it in a deeper thought process than he was viewing it before. And that's really what we're doing with this brand. Like, we are trying to show you like this isn't new fucking knowledge. It's there, but we're trying to show you how we use it ourselves and how you could use it
to inspire,
inspire and be better.
That's literally it. Like the whole point of all of this, the whole point behind this mission, the whole point is like, you guys think it's like it's a money thing. It is so far beyond. I don't have to make $1, bro. I really don't care. I'm happy right now with the job that I'm at. I could live the rest of my life making the money that I'm making now because I make great fucking money right now.
Yep.
But I just want to help more fucking people and give them this fucking knowledge. So even if I'm still in this fucking piece of shit house that I'm in right now, again,
you got a roof over your head, baby. That's all you fucking
we'll explain
need.
The story of where we are fucking one day.
Well, yeah.
Fucking,
In this term,
even if fucking I'm still here in 5 fucking years and I've helped 10 people start to think like I'm thinking and it makes them happier and better every day, then I did good, bro. I left my mark. As small as it may be, I left my mark.
Right.
That's what it's about.
That's it. It's about getting it done. It's about doing it. And I guess what I want to say is to summarize it up real quick.
Yeah, this has been a long one.
It's kind of long, but to summarize it up real quick, I just want to ask is, what are some ways to keep your momentum going through the new year or whatever holiday it may be, because everyone's taking off or flying to see family or whatever it is, and you got to see family. A lot of people work on the holidays. A lot of people can't make it. Some people are upset about it. Some people are happy about it. But I think the first, all right, 2-part question. What are some things people can do to better themselves? And what are some ways people can do to keep that consistency? Because, like I said, it's hard for us. We've been doing it, but we've been able to keep the consistency. And I think most of that for me is because I get to see you guys, talk to you guys, and I got other people, in my corner, and I'm in your corner, and we push ourselves to keep doing that. But, yeah, like, what are some ideas about that stuff?
That's actually awesome to talk about that because, like I said, the last one, we got to start, we're talking about 2021 and how to make this.
Give some techniques.
Yeah, that's what we got to give some techniques. Like, I know we're rambling off and we're talking about a lot of things. And if you can pull it if you look into it deeper. You can pull the information. You can pull the info, but we got to kind of give them some real techniques that we personally use and kind of why it helps us. And so, yeah, I'm big on that as well. And one of them right off the bat, he kind of just said it in the way he was saying, like, he gets to be around me and Andy, and we get to be around him as well. And he has other people in his corner and shit like that. But a big thing that he turned around is who he surrounded himself with. He surrounded himself with people like me and Andy and other people that think just like this. And it's uplifting him. And that's the same thing I saw. Like, this year, I completely changed my circle. Like, Andy's been in my life for 2 years now, and we've always hit it off. We've always been good friends. Honestly, like, once I started thinking about it, it wasn't for him I wouldn't have competed last year because me and him got together training and it just brought the old me back where we were a fucking savage in the gym. And I needed that. I needed someone to get me back there because I surround myself with the wrong people for too long that brought me down and told me the way I thought about things was wrong. The way I was so locked in on bodybuilding, I gotta fucking kill myself in the gym. This is the only way. They said that was so wrong, but really it wasn't until I was with Andy and he pushed me like that again. I lost that. So honestly, my last show is honestly a lot of it was because of him, but it comes down to who you surround yourself with. That's a huge technique.
That's big.
You gotta look who's adding value to you and who's taking value away. So that's definitely one for me.
And read books. That's one you already got through here.
As well as having
write stuff down.
Yeah, write it down.
Because
as well.
dude, if you don't write it down and you don't review it on a daily basis, how can you redefine the goal and maybe make the changes necessary to follow what you truly want to follow?
Right, and I think that also comes with discipline because your goal is going to change daily. People think the goal stays the same. The end goal stays the same.
The big picture end goal kind of stays the same.
The
but
goal
the
is going to change daily,
and
you're going to have to change and work and fucking work at it and change. I don't even know how to explain it. You're going to have to do a lot to get there.
It'll start to make sense,
and that's why.
It will.
So one of my critical tasks for New Year's Eve was to write down my 2021 goals. Now, those are my goals that I plan on hitting by the end of the year that I will work towards. And that's what these critical tasks work in when we're talking about the smaller day-by-day goals.
They get you to those
goals. So, for instance, I'm just going to ramble off a random one. One of them is deadlift 600 pounds for a triple. that was my goal for last year, and I didn't do it because I fell off and all this blah blah blah. I'm not letting that happen this year. So every time I'm in the gym, I have this shit written down. I'm gonna look at this fucking goal list every single day, and I'm gonna do what I need to do in that gym and outside of that gym every single day to make sure I hit that goal by the end of this year. And then another one of them is being a better speaker. Like, this is something I need for this brand. I need to be a better speaker. I need to be able to speak to people that I don't know. I need to be able to speak in front of crowds, whatever it may be. So I need to get uncomfortable, and I need to set goals in my critical tasks that are smaller that get me
That gets you to that big goal,
for
that
instance,
ultimate goal of being.
For instance, when I meet someone new, so if I'm in a situation where I know nobody, I can either stay there and be quiet and just go about my business, or I can get uncomfortable, do something I do not like to do, and go out of my way to introduce myself and start the conversation instead of it having to be the other way around. My whole life, for the most part, has been someone coming to me first, and I need to learn to go out of my way to introduce myself because, like I said, my exterior,
It's just
I look
something that's
unapproachable.
going to break something that you're comfortable with, make you uncomfortable, make you better because it's, it's
this is
growing
actually
you.
a technique from a pro bodybuilder I know. The dude's massive, like almost 300 pounds. Is that it?
Don't stop.
And, so this dude's massive, and that's a technique he taught me, was that because of the way he looks, he has to go out of his way. He had to be the one to go out and start these conversations and show who he really was. And that's something, to be a better speaker and to connect with more people, I need to learn to do.
Yeah, but that seems like a good place to wrap it up, end it up. I wish you all well in your 2021 year. I hope you guys go out there and kill it. I hope you guys set up some new strategies, some new habits, and you figure out what you need to figure out. And I hope you start asking yourself the tough questions, because you know that you are the only one that can ask yourself these tough questions.
And I got one more thing. I challenge all our listeners, and however many that may be is irrelevant, but I challenge all our listeners to read a book and email us. Let us know what book you read.
We want to help you.
We
right
want to
now.
help you. Yeah, we want to know what you're interested in. We want to know what you're doing. We
want to try to give you anything
not-
that we could give you to better you.
We're
Like,
not perfect.
what we
so-
know, we want other people to know.
Right. And this is learned information. And
you might be able to teach us stuff. So if you have something that we can redefine on or get better at, or you see or you hear that you think, give us constructive criticism. Call us out on shit like this. That's the only way we get better. is
Ask
helping each
questions,
other,
yo.
bro.
Get us uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Get us thinking. Like, if you guys have questions you want answered, or you think we would like have fun answering, like, get us uncomfortable. The more we learn, the more you guys learn. We
And the
all
more
benefit
we can
from
provide to you also, like, because we're on this grind. We want to do better for ourselves, but in a way to help you. It's
Exactly.
like, this is that's what this is about.
it. Yeah.
So
We want you to reach out. We want you to talk to us. We want you to criticize us.
all right, they get it.
Yo, fuck off. This fucking guy.
Hi, Andy. So go ahead and wrap it up for today.
All right, guys, go out there and kill 2021. Make yourself uncomfortable. Do the shit that nobody wants to do, and become a literal fucking savage in your life. Plug ourselves real quick. So you can find me at It's Andy on Instagram, ITS_ANDYY. Don't forget the second Y, or you'll hit somebody else up. And
Yeah, for me, just really the only platform you can really reach me on is Instagram. So that's at @the_golden_boy_fry.
And for me, you can go over to Instagram and reach me at Jack Blames. Check out all my video work over there. Call me if you need anything. Don't forget to subscribe to our OneOOne YouTube. We have a OneOOne Instagram and oneoonebrand@gmail.com, so you can send us everything you want.
OneOOne Brand.
OneOOne Brand, sorry.
At Gmail.
I forgot my own company. Wow.
yeah, oneoonebrand@gmail.com. And then if you guys want, if Facebook's better for you, you can hit me on Facebook, Andrew Danchuk. It's my government name, so
Yeah,
now
it's
y'all know.
Now you can look him up, Robbie's house.
I mean, I don't know about that. I got
Yeah, there's
security,
nothing there
and I got
anyway.
guns, and I don't have much
You got
shit.
an oat.
Yeah,
bite your ass.
I got a mean ass fucking black dog.
Is that it?
Have a good night, guys.
Peace.
Thank you.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do? I don't give a damn if you say you disapprove. I'm gonna make my move, I'm gonna make it soon. And I'll do it cause it's what I wanna fucking do. Cause all these opinions and all these positions, they come in millions.